Hey guys, Sofia Pastro here. In this video today, we are going to talk about how I have long, luscious, thick hair. And no, my hair does not grow this fast. Have you ever looked at somebody's hair and gone, I love her hair, it's so thick and long and luscious. It might be natural, but it's probably extensions. I had that same feeling, which is why I decided to get extensions. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about two different types of extension services, just because those are the only two that I've personally had. The first one we're going to be talking about is weaves. Weaves is what I have in my hair right now. It's basically on a weft of hair that gets sewn in. Do you want to see? Because I have semi-straight, wavy-ish hair, what my girl Mary had to do was she had to put these beads, attach them onto my hair right at the base of my scalp, and then sew the weft to the beads. I have two different layers going in here, and that's how you do it on my hair type. It only lasts for about 6-ish weeks, depending on how fast your hair grows, and then you have to take them out and then move the bead up the hair strand and then re-sew them back in. That's a bit more maintenance process because you have to go in once every 6 weeks, but you can reuse the hair, which is awesome. Once I paid for the hair, which is about $250, then I colored it to match the color that I wanted, and then I had to pay Mary to install it for me. I also really like that it gives a ton of volume. The bad part about the weave is that it definitely was really uncomfortable, I want to say for the first week to week and a half. It was really tight on my scalp. I wasn't a huge fan of that, but the other side to that is that because I have all shaved sides all around my hair, I only have these strips in my hair to install them. I feel like if I had a full head of hair and could layer the weave kind of up my scalp, it wouldn't be as painful, but because I can only have 2 rows right at the top, they were really heavy, especially at 2 points here on my scalp, and it was kind of painful for the first week and a half. Not my favorite. The ugly part about extensions or weaves that people don't necessarily talk about is that you can get traction alopecia. Basically what that means is that you have a constant pulling on your scalp on certain points of your hair, and you can actually lose your hair in those areas. So you want to make sure that you're holding your hair and then brushing it, starting from the bottom and then brushing your hair up, making sure that you're not putting it in super tight pigtails or ponytails. That's going to add more tension on that part of your root. The second type of extensions that we're going to be talking about are bonded extensions. I am personally certified to do the great lengths bonded extensions, and those are the other types that I've also had. At one point I had 6 bundles in my hair. It was insane. I was in the salon for 7 hours while my girlfriend was installing them. It took forever. But I really liked them because they're individual strands, so they give a really nice natural effect. Also, it was still a little uncomfortable the first couple nights, but not as long as the weave. It definitely loosened up more quickly, and I felt it was more comfortable. The hair is super high quality, so it's amazing. It always feels phenomenal, but you cannot reuse the hair, which is kind of one of the downsides of having the great lengths. You can leave them in for up to 6 months as long as you take care of them and brush them regularly and make sure they're not tangling. They last for longer, and you don't have as much of a maintenance as with the weave to get it retightened, but after the 6 months and the extensions come out, you can't reuse the hair. Sorry. The ugly part about the great lengths as well, same thing with the weave, is that you can get the traction alopecia with it. So again, just being super careful when you're brushing your hair out, holding the top of your head so you're not pulling on those bonds even more, making sure that you're not doing super tight ponytails or pigtails or braids or things like that. You can still do them. You just want more of the whimsical look and not super tight, which is fine because that's totally in fashion anyway. When you guys are thinking about extensions, if you want to do either the great lengths extensions, the bonded type, or if you want to do the weave. Good things to think about are what kind of maintenance you want, what is the effect, do you want to enhance your hair or do you want to cover it completely, depending on your hair texture and the style and what you're thinking. These are all great questions to have and to think about before you come into the salon and talk to us. My girl Mary does all the weaves. She's amazing and phenomenal and will totally take care of you 110%. I hope this video helped you learn a little bit more about extensions, and if you were thinking about getting them, then maybe which one will be better for your hair type. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want to see me in person, you can come on down to DM & Company, which is located on Lower Yates in downtown Victoria. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye! Remember to blah. When I'm like scratching, my whole hair moves, like all of it. I want to itch. I want to itch.